Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Time now for sports. Here's Ayo Tunde Balogun. Ayo.
That's right. The president of the Nigerian Football Federation, the NFF, Aminu Megeri, believes 2014 will be good for football in the country. Megeri says there is already an action plan that will ensure that they consolidate on the success story of last year. Well, the NFF president is optimistic that the home-based Super Eagles will have a good outing when the African Nations Championship kicks off in South Africa. On the FIFA 2014 World Cup in Brazil, Mr. Megeri simply says Nigeria will play a brand of football that will shock the entire world.
Preparation so far so good. You know, we did away with short and medium term preparation. So we believe in long-term preparations because we've seen the dividends and this is what is giving us results. I don't predict actually, but Nigeria will do great wonders to the world. Nigeria will shock the world. Nigeria will do what I can describe as a turnaround in football in this continent. Yeah, we are rebuilding on our successes. So this time around, this 2014 is not going to be of any different.
Now, outside our shores, Manchester United legend Ryan Giggs is hurting from the defeat and losses already suffered by the club so far this season. The Premier League champions started 2014 with 3 consecutive defeats, their worst start since 2001. Despite the current results, Giggs is optimistic that his teammates can still salvage the season. United currently occupy 7th place on the log, 11 points behind leaders Arsenal.
Yeah, I think I've said that over the years, you know, that defeats and losses hurt more than, obviously it's a bigger feeling than winning things. It sticks with you a lot longer and you have to react and you have to try and do something about it. I think there's a lot of players who've come into the team or come into the club that have only known winning, so yeah, it's a test of character, but you know, I'm fully confident that we'll come through it and you know, we'll be okay. We're just thinking about doing what we did 6 weeks ago, you know, trying to go on a run of 6 wins and that's what we'll need to do. If we are to climb back up the table, we need to start winning and winning fast, obviously. After obviously 3 defeats, after you know a good run of 6 wins on the trot, it's a big game, and you know we're at Old Trafford and obviously in front of our own fans, and we want to put on a good performance and we want to produce a win.
Well, while United ponders on how to get their season back on track, Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho has refused to be drawn into talks of a possible move for Manchester United star striker Wayne Rooney. But the striker has once again been linked with a switch to Chelsea after speculations that he will quit Old Trafford for London last summer. However, Mourinho said he was more concerned with finishing in the top 4 and the difficult game against Hull City.
You have to ask him. You have to ask the player and Man United, because Man United has a contract with the player that doesn't end in the end of the season. So I think you have to speak with David and with the player. We have a chance to win tomorrow. A very difficult match, and when I say that, I don't say just because it's a Premier League match and every match is difficult. I say that also based on my analysis of Steve's work and team. So I think a very difficult match to win there, but I think we have a chance to win. If we do that, are we for a few hours top of the league? Yes. If we win, we will be for a few hours top of the league, but I keep saying that the most important thing for us is to secure a position in the top 4, which is very difficult for everyone.
Manchester City manager Manuel Pellegrini expects Argentinian Sergio Aguero to be fit in the next few weeks. Pellegrini hopes that Aguero, who got injured in the 6-3 victory over Arsenal, will return before the last 16 tie with Spanish giants Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League. The City boss told the news conference that every game from now is effectively a knockout match. Well, that'll be it on Sports News. The news at 10 continues shortly.
unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
And on the foreign scene, after weeks of religious clashes in the Central African Republic, the interim president, Michel Djotodia, has resigned. CAR's entire transnational assembly is attending the meeting in Chad organized by regional leaders. Now here's Cynthia Are with the details.
Development is actually one which was anticipated yesterday. Michel Djotodia, who is the CAR's first Muslim leader, had been resisting pressure to go. His seizure of power last year has led to 20% of the population fleeing their homes amid fighting between Christian and Muslim militias. The resignation was made in a statement by the 10-nation economic community of Central African states, that's ECOWAS. Then the army in South Sudan has told all civilians to leave the city of Bentiu, saying it's about to recapture the oil hub from rebel forces. A military spokesman said government forces were on the edge of the city with only a bridge separating them from the center. The rebels have not commented on the situation. However, UN peacekeeping chief Herve Ladsous says the conflict has led to the death of at least 1,000 people since the 15th of December 2013. Also today, as the crisis in Syria continues to escalate, at least 482 people have been killed in clashes between Syrian rebels and the Al-Qaeda-linked Islamist State in Iraq and the Levant, that's ISIS. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says the toll comprised 85 civilians, 240 rebels, and 157 ISIS fighters. ISIS had killed 42 prisoners in Aleppo, while 47 members of the jihadist group had been executed by rebels. Plus, a serving British soldier has been arrested at Heathrow Airport for allegedly trying to smuggle 5 kilograms of cocaine into the country. The soldier, based at the Colchester Barracks in Essex, was arrested at Terminal 1 after arriving back from Brazil. He's due to appear in Alworth Court in Greater London later this month. Finally, French President François Hollande says he's considering suing a magazine after it claimed he was having an affair with an actress. Here's the twist. Mr. Hollande described the report as an attack on the right to privacy, but did not deny the allegation. The latest edition of the weekly tabloid Closer features 7 pages of revelation and photos about his alleged affair with Julie Gaillet. And that's it from me. Those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Well, thanks a lot, Cynthia. And after a successful outing on Broadway, the tales of the life and times of Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti is about to hit the big screens. Bayawa Gudele has the entertainment news.
On entertainment tonight, Hollywood Oscar Awards nominated actor with Nigerian roots, Chiwetel Ejiofor, has been penciled down for a role as legendary Afrobeat singer Fela in the revised singer's biopic. Director Steve McQueen began to develop Fela's biopic a few years ago with the 12 years a slave star Chiwetel Ejiofor as the lead for Focus Features, along with producer Lydia Dean Pierce.
Days ago, I was with my family in my home. Now you tell me all is lost. If you want to survive, do and say.
McQueen, however, has been dropped as director and replaced by Nigerian director Andrew Josumu. Ghanaian-born Nollywood actress Lydia Forson has flayed down the perceived rivalry between the Nigerian and Ghanaian movie industries. The African Movie Academy Awards winner for Best Actress said in an exclusive interview with Entertainment News on Channels Television that the much talked about battle of supremacy between Nigerian and Ghanaian actors is just a mere media creation.
When I heard about the Ghana-Nigeria rivalry, I laughed because half of the people on my phone are Nigerians who I talk to all the time, producers, directors, actors. So I would ask them, what rivalry? And it's the power of the media because 1 or 2 people sit down come up with a story, then they will just blow something out of proportion.
On to new music now. Limpopo crooner Casey has released his first single for the year 2014. The song titled Ima is a fusion of techno and Afrobeats and features pop singer Divan. And on the movie Big Screen, movie maker Elvis Chucks and Beverly Naya will grace the tube in the romance drama Honeymoon Hotel. The movie also stars Lomla Dan Dala and Valentia Alpha.
I'm going to spend the rest of my life with him, and I'm not sure if it's the right fit.
Are you even hearing yourself?
Your husband walks in here accusing you of infidelity, and sadly I am the slut.
On the foreign scene, actress Sandra Bullock swept the 40th People's Choice Awards on Wednesday with 4 wins, cementing her status as a favorite among the fan-selected winners, while singer Justin Timberlake dominated the music category with 3 wins. And that's all for tonight. The news returns in a bit.
Well, thanks a lot, Myra. And the main news again. The federal government today summoned factions of a warring community in Mburudu near Warri in Delta State over the continued unrest in the area. Now, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Dele Ezoba, warned that the only option for the groups is to embrace peace. And 165 Boko Haram suspects under military custody have regained freedom on the orders of the president. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Do have a great weekend. And Ijoma Hunyato. Good night.